Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Tech Focus Trending. Guys, please subscribe to my channel Tech Focus Trending. Today I'm going to discuss about a topic called JavaScript. It's a continuation from my earlier video React Bootcamp, where it was I already discussed about JavaScript, brief about JavaScript, and given some overview. What are the prerequisites required for before jumping into React, guys? So in that same continuation point, I'm giving the more detailed discussion about JavaScript fundamentals concepts. So in this video, I'm providing complete discussion on the JavaScript core concepts, guys. Please watch the entire video. Don't skip the video, guys. Okay, coming to that topic, what is JavaScript? JavaScript is a front-end scripting language where it will be used for all React-based applications, kind of a gaming applications and mobile web application implementations. We are going to use our JavaScript library, guys. It's a core library where it will provide all implementation compilation part of the React-based applications. All we can say like gaming applications, mobile application, different of front end implementation part. We will go with the JavaScript, guys. So this is the basic snippet how we can write our JavaScript code within our HTML file. So you can see here within a script tag in the HTML file, we can provide one script tag. Within the script tag, we can write execute our JavaScript functionalities, guys. Here we can see alert hello world. I given some alert hello. This is a JavaScript uh, function, kind of function, JavaScript small function I given here within the script tag, guys. So these are basic. I'm giving how JavaScript will be used within the HTML file and what is JavaScript, and I'm going to discuss more detail about what are the fundamental concepts are available in JavaScript. So we jump into the concepts, so one by one. So we have JavaScript variables. So there is a concept called variables in JavaScript, like in Java and other languages. We have JavaScript also. We have concept called variables. Variable is like a assigning a values to the variables. So to store the values, some of the data. If you want to store some data to the some variable, we can use the variables, local or global variables within our JavaScript functions, guys. So this declaration is with the variable is with the kind JavaScript is providing with a var declaration. So by using this var, we can declare our variables, guys. Like this way, var name. Like two ways we can declare. We can declare a variable, and after that we can assign the value to the variable. Else we can declare variable with the value also. Here I'm showing both variable name equal to John. This is already well declaring itself. We can assign the value. Otherwise, we can declare a variable first and we can assign the value also. This way, JavaScript is providing variable declarations, guys. And recent days we have the concept called ECMA script, ES6 and ES5 and older version, and later we have current versions ES7 also there. So these in the here we are declaring the variables with the in the React all we are using not the var, we are using different declarations like constant, let and all ECMA variables, guys. Those we can discuss in more in the React. Same way how we can declare here variable the name. Same way we can declare with a constant name or let name. So they are the same different keywords from the ES6 libraries, guys. Those. And coming to this one more concept from JavaScript is providing array. Array. What is an array? Array is kind of a collection of items, collection of data, collection of list of data, list of items. So to handle now we are just with the variable we can declare only a single value. We can store only a single value. If I want to declare 100 or 200 or 500 data values at a time, so I want to if I can use only a variable, that means I need to create 100 or 200 lines of variables. So that is very huge thing. So instead of using like that, we can there is JavaScript is providing concept called array. We can declare a array like is here we can see creating an array where students equal to some John and Kevin. So this way we can create an array with a bunch of records like 100 records, 200 records, and within 2-3 lines of code we can complete that collection data. We can print it, guys, by printing with the students itself directly. We can access that data by using indexing 0, 1, 2, like the starting is 0 is John, 1 is John, like that. So guys, this is an array concept which the JavaScript is providing, like Java and other languages also is available. And we have some other concepts, core concept in JavaScript is providing for, while and do while loops. So looping concepts. So where we have to loop the data, like if I wanted to print the data multiple times, like I have the data like hello or different kind of data, some value I have some data, bunch of data, I wanted to print it to multiple times on my browser. I can use the loops as a for loop or while loop and do while loop based on my requirement. I can use this loop concept, guys, and I can repeatedly print my data, guys, by using these loops concepts. So there is a syntax I'm providing here how we can use it. Loops for loop, for loop we can use this kind of basic syntax to write a condition checks here, like statement 1, statement 2, the for loop. You can loop this based on the statements. We can loop my until until the condition is true 10 times or 20 times. I need to print my data. It's a for loop. Same while loop we can use, along with do while loop also we can use, guys. So on the same next we will go into the next concept. So conditional statements, like we have to how we have the for iterating multiple times data, we can go with the loops. Same way we can go with the conditional operations. So if I want to print my data in browser with some basic conditions, guys, like if the condition is true, then only print my data. If the condition is false, then only print my data. Based on the conditions I want to print my data, I can go with conditional statements, guys. So how these will work based on the if condition, if else, or else if conditions. So here I'm showing a small snippet code how what are the statements are available if else and else if. So this is the basic syntax to use. If condition is true, then execute my this line of code, single line of code. If I want to execute two conditions and I want to print based on one condition, I need to print some data, and another condition I need to print some other data, I can use the if else condition, guys. So in that case I can execute multiple condition with multiple different kind of data, set of data. Same way if I have another concept called functions. So how to define and call my functions in JavaScript. JavaScript functions is a big concept and good concept also, guys. If you want to implement our React.js, know more about React.js, all concepts, the function concept is very big, good concept to know in the JavaScript itself. So how to create a function? What is the function? First of all, function is a small unit of execution of data where we can write our small like a multiplication, addition, division, small functionality I want to execute. I want to add some two numbers like 1 and 2. I want to add print and add and print my data. So I can use some creative small function. I can execute my addition functionality along with multiplication or division, some other functionality. Same way in the we can use some keyword called function keyword in JavaScript. Create a function name, the keyword function in what I am to do, addition, multiplication, or division. I can write it my lines of code here, whatever I want to do, addition or multiplication, whatever thing I want to do, and execute my function by calling from somewhere in like in the browser, like HTML file down. I can create one ID, I can call from that ID my functionality. I want to click that function. Based on the click functionality, it will execute my function and it will render that data. So we move on to the functions. How like this what return value, like different kind of functions are there. Default functions, parameterized functions, and I want to return some value after executing my data. I want to return some data. Like I already did addition, so I want to know what is the addition value. I can return that summation value with the return by using return. So these are different kind of functions, guys. Function with the default function, without arguments, with arguments, and return value also. So these are the big concept, guys. Functions we can use if you're working with the React and all, whatever React, Angular and all, the functions are very important to know, guys. And one more concept, we have data types in JavaScript. What are the data types in type of data? Like we can see different types of data types we have in JavaScript: number, string, boolean, undefined, null, object, symbol. These are all data types are providing with the JavaScript. So with along with these, so some are these are primitive, some are non-primitive data types, guys. So primitive are like number, string, boolean, undefined, null, and symbol. So non-primitive is kind of object. Only object is a non-primitive data type here. So we can discuss all these things in my coming slides. So what is the numbers? Numbers is a kind of a integer value or floating value or any other exponential values. These and all comes to the under numbers, what, guys. So we can declare, I already told variable declaration. Some of the variable are declared with a number called 250 or 200, whatever. It is a integer value, declaration of the integer. It's a integer type. It's saying like type as integer. So if I put some decimal 25.5, it's containing as a decimal number. It contains a decimal, so it's a decimal value. If I put some 10e4, it's an exponential value. It's always some exponential data. So same way it's a nan, so not a non-numeric value. So if I want to return some string into 5 star 5, it is returns not a numeric. If I want to I want to get type of the nan, so it will returns the number. So there is a type of variable is the type of function is available in JavaScript that will return the what type of data it is. It is showing. It returns the what type of data it is. String is again one more data type, guys. String we can say already know in Java and different languages. String is like what you can double quotes, we can put in multiple some characters, continuous characters with a group of characters. What is the case? A group of characters in a multiple double quotes, it will treat it as a string value. So it will return if I in the JavaScript, there is a we can create string with the literals along with a new operator also, guys. If you use a new operator, we can create a string object. Also we can treat it as a string as a literal value. Also we can convert some of the integer values by providing the string. We can convert that integer also into a string also, guys. You can see here all the examples I have provided already, how we can do that and all. Same way we can move to some other data type is boolean. Boolean is also one of the another data type, guys, in the providing by JavaScript to return the based on the condition set. It is a true or false, it will return only true or false. If it is condition is true, it will type of true, means if it return some data. True means type of true means it will return boolean. Type of false means it returns boolean only. So it will only check true or false. If it is true or false, if it is true, will execute the condition. So boolean is just like a conditional check for the true or false values, guys. So we can, it's same way we can create with by using new operator. We can create a boolean object in JavaScript, same like string how we already created. No, same way literals we can create boolean literals. Move on to the next data type is undefined. Undefined is also one of the variable in JavaScript, guys. It's declared, means if we create any another data type, and if we create any variable, already we discussed about variable concepts. Just we create a variable, but we didn't assign any value that variable. That time we try to print that variable, it will returns and type as undefined. So if we want to if we assign some value to that variable, then it will return some that value, whatever the assigned value. So the variable, if you without assigning a value to the variable, that means it returns the type as undefined. So same null is in one of the JavaScript data type. So represent a no value. So like only it's like we can say like null value means no value. So if you declare a variable null, and if you try to print it, will returns null, means that is no value. Just it returns null. But type of a null means it returns an object, guys. So null type of null is always is a object. And we move to the other concept, JavaScript objects. So already we discussed how to create objects. So there is a different ways, guys, how to create an object in JavaScript. So we can just declare a variable. It's a kind of a literal, so a literal object, and we can put it the new operator. We can use the new operator. It's also one of the way to create object, guys, with the new operator. Already we seen in earlier slides. So in the JavaScript we have booleans, numbers, strings are all default. Comes as a new with the new operator. We'll define with the new keyword. We can create it as a objects, and some of the predefined things, dates, maths, regular arrays and all comes as a functions, and all comes as a defaulted as a objects, guys. So other than these, all other than primitive types, so like we have primitive types, these are all objects, basic objects. With other than primitives, remaining all are comes as a objects, guys, in JavaScript. That already we discussed earlier, also shown what are the primitive types and all. And comes to the next concept, object. As I already told, the object is like creating an object with the two of the key pair values, like in the Java variable declarations. We can, it will declare it as an object. Also new operator, we can use a new operator, so we'll treat it as an object. What is the type of an object? Means it will return as a data type is an object only. And move on to the next topic, JavaScript hoisting and closures, guys. So this is a very good concept to know from JavaScript if you are appearing for interviews and all. What is a hoisting? It's a very a common question in all the interviews. Hoisting is one of the concept calls allow to refer the JavaScript variables and function before it declares. Like if you declare already I have created a function print hello, but before creating the function, I already try to print my function, like I'm calling my function. You can say like declared my function to call. So how, but still the function will be executed. How it will mean execute means JavaScript compiler, the prior part here, main part here, JavaScript compiler, how it will execute. That means JavaScript compiler, what it will do, execute the compilation, in the compilation process, it will move all the functions and declared variables and start of the script, guys. So that time it will try, while execution process, it will try to find the function where what we declared within before the before creation itself. So that way JavaScript compiler knows already function has already provided here, so I wanted to call that function and print the data, guys. So this is where it hoisting concept will comes to the JavaScript, guys. So this is very good concept to know more in the all are appearing for interviews and all. It's very useful common question, guys, to ask. And move on to closures. So now we see in the hoisting how closures will work. Closures is kind of a kind of the concept called how to call parent level scope from the child scope. Means child scope we can call parent level, but for the problem still the parent scope already terminated. It's the time how to call parent level scope within my child scope. That is where clauses comes into the picture. Closure is kind of a nested functionality. We use the one function within another functions. So here I am showing how it will work. I created one inner function and one outer function. Within my outer function, I have used this inner function, guys. So with inner function, I have, or I'm returning the some value value here. So I am already terminated outer function, but still I'm calling this outer function within my inner function, guys. So what it will do, the closer will do, it will provide the parent level variable, like whatever the parent level variable scope, the variable whatever we created in the parent level, a global kind of data. You can say like global variable get called from the within the function itself. So it is from the child. I am still I am able to call the parent level scope, guys, here. So that way, this closure concept will work with the nested functions functionality, guys. So I will show the one example for this how closure will work in my examples, guys. So, moving to the next topic, difference between double equal to and triple equal to. So how double equal to and what is triple equal to? In Java we can see, or JavaScript also we can see a lot of places we are comparing with the data by using equal to and triple equal to. Double equal to means it will compare the content. What is the compare the content and try to always figure out and convert the string to a number and try to compare with those data content, guys, and it will returns the if it matches and then it is true, otherwise it will false. Same in triple equals, we can see it will always it will provide the priority to the type. What is the type of the data? So it will check the type of the data and perform that based on that it will do the type casting and it will check the equality and it will try to return the value, guys. So if you try to compare with a number with 2 and string with string as 2, then it will return a false value, guys, because the type is a number. We are trying to compare with the number with strings, so the type mismatch comes, it will return a false, guys, triple equal to. So this is, guys, how I think I have provided all the basic core concepts, what are the required for learning to before going to the React implementation, guys. These are main core concepts from the JavaScript we need to know before jumping into the React JS. So please subscribe to my channel, guys, and watch this video completely. You can understand the core concepts of JavaScript. My channel Tech Focus Trending, and before that I will show some of the examples how closures and arrays and all work with my small examples, guys. Please see here, I'm showing a lot of so I have created one closure, already I told you. So this is a closure functionality where you can see how closure will work. So I have created an outer function here and outer variable. So within the inner function, I have created one of the inner variable and I printed these two. Outer variable from the parent level scope. This is outer variable from parent level scope. And this is my inner variable, inner function, inner variable. So I'm already terminating the function in here itself, outer function, and I'm calling that function here outside. So how this will work, I'm showing, guys. Just to go here, closer. I will execute this closer. So closer is executed. You can say I can enable this developer tool. If I click on the count, this in the nested function will call this two guys, outer variable and inner variable. Already I shown you here how this outer variable I am printing from the outer parent function, inner variable from the child function. So this will print the data guys, outer variable and inner variable. This is the closer, how closer will work. If you see the concept here, this is snippet code snippet completely, you can understand guys. So here how it will work and all. And if you want to know how array will work, these are snippets already I shown you how create an array, new array with a bunch of data, and you can execute this array with a different kind of functions available for array list guys. This array sort, array dot reverse, whatever, pop and all. So adding, how to add elements, deleting elements from the array list and all. So same way, if you already shown you how conditions, I told you, explained about condition things, conditional statements. So if it is a here, you can see there is a condition statement. If age is greater than this, and execute this one, else age is less than this, execute this one, I'm saying. So this is we can see here there is a condition check here. So if I enter, please enter your age, it's saying like enter my age. If I enter 22, above 18 means you are an adult. That's what we are treated here. If it is greater than 18, just print an adult. So based on the condition, it will print guys. If it is greater than 18, you print this, else print else, print this. This is the conditional statement already discussed in my in the slides guys. Same way how loops will work. So you can see loop, for loop or while loop and all. So I just provided here only for loop. So I have a list of students here. I'm just iterating those students from the by using for loop guys. So it will print by all the students list here. So by using the for loop, so I want to print multiple items within a single line, I can go with the for loop. So same, we can execute this for loop here. It will print the data. So using for loops, you can do all printed data is one by one here. So that's it guys. If you want more concepts like variables, so you can just print our all the variables here. So I told already how to declare variables. The where keyword, you can declare all the variables, and we can use those variables within here. So how it will work and all. I already told you the variable in the variables concept in my screens. So if you want to see the example, see here how variables will work. On addition, if I want to use some addition, I have declared first number as variable, second number, and some addition and multiplication concepts I'm using here. So that's it guys. That's it for about JavaScript. So if you want to know more about JavaScript, I can provide some other video with advanced concepts also. But for React.js, it's fine guys to go with the flow. For only React, if you want to move into React side, everyone. So JavaScript, this kind of basic principles are enough to know guys. So that's it guys. Please subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel guys. Tech for Trending. Bye guys. Thank you.